Every story you hear leaves a lesson behind. This is Story Times. The power of saying I'm sorry. There are two words in the English language that are small, simple, and often overlooked, yet powerful enough to heal broken hearts, restore damaged relationships, and change the course of a life. Those two words are, I'm sorry. But for many people, these words feel heavier than a mountain, not because they are hard to say, but because they require something deeper: humility, courage, and responsibility. This is a story and a lesson about the true power of saying I'm sorry. Growing up, Pride believed that apologizing was a sign of weakness. His father used to say, "Never let anyone see you bend. The world respects strength, not apologies." So Pride grew into a man who never said sorry. When he was wrong, he stayed silent. When he hurt someone, he justified it. When relationships broke, he blamed others. And slowly, without realizing it, he began to lose people. Friends stopped calling. His younger sister stopped confiding in him. Even at work, people avoided him not because he wasn't talented, but because he was difficult to work with. Yet Pride didn't notice the pattern. After all, he was right, or at least he believed so. One evening, Pride got into a heated argument with his mother. It started over some small chores, expectations, old wounds that were never healed. Voices were raised, words were spoken that could not be taken back. And then Pride said something that broke the room into silence. He said, "You're always overreacting. You're the reason this family is the way it is." His mother didn't shout back. She didn't argue. She simply looked at him and walked away. That night, Pride went to bed feeling victorious until he heard quiet sobbing from the next room. For the first time, guilt knocked on his door. The next morning, his sister pulled him aside and said something that stayed with him forever. She said, "You know, being right doesn't always mean you're kind. And sometimes, love needs an apology more than an explanation." That sentence shook him. Pride realized something painful. He had spent his life protecting his pride while damaging his relationships. And for the first time, he asked himself a question many people avoid. What if I'm wrong? That day, Pride stood in front of his mother's door for almost 10 minutes. 10 minutes of fear. 10 minutes of pride fighting humility. 10 minutes of excuses forming in his mind. Finally, he knocked. His voice trembled as he said, "Mom, I'm sorry. Not, I'm sorry you felt that way. Not, I'm sorry, but just, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I hurt you." His mother didn't respond immediately. Then she hugged him, and something powerful happened in that moment. Years of unspoken pain began to melt. You see, an apology does something magical. It acknowledges pain. It restores dignity. It opens the door to healing. Saying I'm sorry does not mean you are weak. It means you are strong enough to admit imperfection. And that strength is rare. Let's be clear. Not all apologies are equal. A true apology has 3 elements. First, ownership. You admit what you did without excuses. Second, empathy. You recognize how your actions affected someone else. And third, change. You don't just say sorry, you do better. Without these, I'm sorry becomes empty words. Pride began practicing this power everywhere. At work, he apologized to a colleague he once embarrassed in a meeting. The atmosphere changed instantly. With his sister, he apologized for never listening. Their bond grew stronger. And with himself, he apologized for holding on to pride for so long. Yes, sometimes the most important apology is the one you give yourself. Here's the truth many people don't talk about. Unspoken apologies turn into bitterness. Unhealed wounds turn into anger. And pride turns into loneliness. But humility opens doors pride can never unlock. Think about your own life for a moment. Is there someone you've hurt but never acknowledged it? Is there a relationship that could heal with just 2 honest words? Is pride standing between you and peace? Sometimes the problem isn't that people won't forgive us. It's that we never gave them the chance. Saying I'm sorry doesn't erase the past, but it changes the future. It teaches accountability. It builds emotional intelligence. It models maturity for the next generation. Children who see adults apologize grow up understanding responsibility. Leaders who apologize earn trust. Families that apologize heal faster. Pride learned that lesson late, but not too late. Years later, when his mother fell ill, he sat by her bedside. She smiled and said, "I'm proud of the man you became." And in that moment, pride realized something powerful. If he had never learned to say I'm sorry, he might have lost that moment forever. So today, remember this: an apology doesn't make you smaller. It makes your heart bigger. It doesn't take away your value. It adds to your character. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can say is not, "I was right," but "I'm sorry." Because those 2 words have the power to heal hearts, rebuild bridges, and transform lives.
Thank you for spending this moment with Story Times. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful stories. Until next time, remember every story teaches a lesson.